Alright, time to... I'm gonna go outside before doing any of the red events. Sadly, they won't let me teleport to other shops and such. Well, first things first, I need to go... I actually need to buy some books right now. See, plovers, goods, and souvenirs. Hey there, Alf. Oh, Rean, you're awake. You doing okay? Like, are you sure you shouldn't be getting more rest? Don't worry, I'm feeling just fine. You look like you're working hard. Are you helping out at the shop today too? Yup, it's the least I can do. Can't grow up to be a real man if I don't do my part once in a while. That's what Master Yun told me anyway. Is he another 8 Leaves practitioner? And he's right, I'm gonna work as hard as I can so I can grow up to be a real man. Kiki always gives me this weird look when I say that to her though. I say I haven't changed a bit. Or is it a different Yun? Emila. Oh, hello there. You won't believe who's been coming in here lately. Well, maybe you will, but none other than Princess Alphen herself. She's the sweetest little thing. The way she looks at you, her smile. I wish I could just hug her and squeeze her and never let go. Well, they don't call her one of the country's greatest treasures for nothing, I guess. They certainly don't. Don't you worry. We'll keep her safe as can be. She really seems to be making herself at home here. That's good to know. Expensive. But it does have a slight speed boost that could make some difference. Martial law and Heimdallr lifted. It's just me, or is my speed a lot lower than when I actually first started at level 1? How they did this as an excuse to rebalance the speed, probably. That's probably their main reason, because I don't think Rean's base speed at level 40 was going to be that low. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I just did this all for rebalancing purposes. Yeah, it's possible this Rean's current level 40 actually isn't equal to the first game's level 40. They do that sometimes. Okay, Gambler Jack and Imperial Chronicle. Seriously, I used up so much. All this expensive stuff too. Oh, it's gonna take me forever to farm this back. Oh, it's worth 20 Mira now. I didn't realize that. Guess that makes things a little easier, but not by much. Puppy Watch prevents delay and increases my speed, but I'd rather get other status prevention, just in case. I use so many of these. U material does not sell for crap here. White beast flesh and hardy powder. This is painful. Very painful. And what about the shop and factory? Oh shoot. Since I don't have much money, I probably won't be able to buy the master quartz. See, shop. Oh, the factory's in the same building. I didn't realize that. Shoot. Hey, I'm glad you made it over. You've been the talk of the town ever since you came back. I'm just sorry I had to come back home under these circumstances. Sounds like everyone's pretty worried about me. How's the shop been? I can't imagine it's been all that easy running it with the war going on. You got that right. Getting goods in has been a real nightmare lately. I'm getting enough for everyone in the village though, so don't you worry. You caught me right in the middle of taking stock actually. If you've got any shopping to do, can you come back later? Sorry. Oh, of course, let me know if there's anything I can do to help. I appreciate that. Oh, she was in the, that was a semi-important conversation. Shit. I'm really out of it this playthrough. Seriously. Oh, well, maybe if you freeze frame my video, you might be able to see what he's saying. Probably not, though. I'm probably better off just reloading and redoing all that. Be right back. Okay, we're gonna get your conversation properly this time. Thinking stock always reminds me just how much weird stuff we've gotten here thanks to the wife. I see nothing's changed in that regard. Yeah, she's still easily caught up in the latest trends. I don't mind her so much when it's stuff we can actually sell, but there's plenty here that no sane person would ever buy. Oh well, better get the stuff sorted in my next order plan. We can only order once a week now. Can't miss this chance. We can't buy any weapons, and it doesn't look like I can get any Sepith made either. Rean, you're up! Hey Luke, sorry for worrying you. But as you can see, I'm perfectly fine now. Are you sure? You always say you're fine, even when you're not. And go ask Lisa for some medicine if you need it. Well, I guess I do feel a little dizzy. That's probably more from sleeping too much, though. I mean, I slept inside the Divine Night for a whole month and all. Talk about getting your beauty sleep. I've been hearing about the Divine Night since you came back, but it still blows my mind that it actually exists. Wait, whatever. Point is, take it easy, okay? Elise isn't the only one happy to see you back home. Thanks, that means a lot to me. Can I leave the town? A snowboard? Ymir Valley. Actually, I can get a fishing rod at Ymir Valley. There's no wait, it doesn't look like I can go beyond this point, can I? Yeah, shoot. No wonder I can't draw my sword here. Alright, let's see how many little dastardly fishies I can catch today. I wasn't expecting to find someone fishing here. I encountered her before, so shouldn't she recognize me? Not like there's a whole lot of monsters here though, so she should be safe if she doesn't stray too far. And just who might you be? I seem to recall meeting her during one of our field studies. Oh, I recognize you. You're one of the 4 students who helped me a number of months ago, yes? It's lovely to see you again. Nice to see you again too. Looks like I was right. Sorry for disturbing you. Hey ho, there's no need to apologize. Actually, since you are a student of 4, you wouldn't happen to know a young man named Kenneth, would you? Kenneth? I do actually. He's in an Imperial Fishing Club. Man, Crow took my fishing pole too. He completely obliterated it. And wiped out all my fishing records. Now I'm a fishing noob again. That's the guy. That's wonderful news. Perhaps you might know where I could find him as well? I'm sorry. I'm afraid I've got no idea. Really? That's not so wonderful. So you know him too? Indeed. When the war first broke out, we fled Trista together. Well, on the way, he told me he had something that he needed to take care of and asked me to go on alone. He promised to meet me here in Ymir, but there's been no sign of him since. That's unfortunate. Not that I believe anything untoward could possibly have happened to him, but of course. After all, there's nothing in this world that can crush the spirit of us anglers. When it comes to survival, even soldiers can't hold a candle to us. Right. That said, you're looking a little glum. At times like these, there's nothing like a spot of fishing to cheer you up. If you know Kenneth, it's only fair for me to assume you're a fan of fishing too. In fact, I am in fact. Kenneth gave me a title, Red Angler, I think. I don't have my fishing gear with me anymore though. Red Angler? Then that means you have caught the famed Guardian? In that case, please take these. Fishing book. Feather rod. Ground bait ×5. Are you sure? Sure, I'm sure. Kenneth left me in charge of some of his fishing gear. He instructed me to give them away if I were to cross paths with any promising fellow fishing enthusiasts. So go on, they're rightfully yours. That sounds like Kenneth, alright. Thank you very much. And since we've got your new notebook open, I've taken the liberty of writing down your current title to help you keep track. You'll begin as a bronze angler, judged by the same standards as any professional. Aim for the top and become a fishing god. Wait, is bronze angler lower or higher than red? I've plenty of prizes you can exchange your angler points for, so beyond pure bloody fun, Fishing should prove worth your while. I'll try and do some when I get the chance then. Obtain a fishing book. Fish by inspecting fishing points by pressing the A button. Fishing points are found in bodies of water all over Erebonia. Records of the fish you caught can be viewed under the fishing tab in your notebook. Okay, she also get a fighter badge and blind, huh?
This spot looks perfect for fishing.
Fighter badge. Every little bit counts on them this week. Blind can also help a bit, depending on the enemies I'm facing. Let's see if fishing is still... No, I want to save first. It's possible that fishing has gotten a difficulty spike. I saw someone in the stream actually struggle with it because they didn't know the buttons. Yeah. Okay, I got it. That was not as tough as I thought it'd be. Kasagan. I really am starting from the bottom. That was not worth a lot, was it? Only a pitiful amount of points. Alright, be right back. I'm gonna do more fishing. Alright, might as well continue the story. Let's see. Where should I go first? Schwarzer Mansion. Let's talk to TLoH Schwarzer first. All of the Empire's major cities are now under the control of the Noble Alliance. They've been so focused on those, they haven't had the time to deal with frontier regions like ours. Thankfully, this means Ymir hasn't felt the full impact of the Civil War. Yet. It does seem that way. I was relieved to see how little's changed. The nice snowfalls is the only real difference compared to my last visit. But wait, I see you chose not to join the Noble Alliance. Is everything alright on that front? Well, I've never wanted anything to do with the Noble faction to begin with. There's always the chance they'll try to invite me to join, but I'm confident I can talk my way out of it. A little concerned that I can't get in touch with Viscount Arcade, however. You can't? Did something happen over in Legram? Or maybe even the Courageous? I'm afraid I couldn't tell you, but it's Viscount Arcade we're talking about. He'll be fine. Regardless, I'm just trying to make sure that we're well prepared for anything. Especially since our duties have expanded to sheltering Her Highness. That's true. The Alliance already has His Majesty and the Crown Prince, so it's safe to assume they want Princess Alphen as well. Dad, let me know if there's anything I can do to make your job easier. I'm more than happy to help. Of course, I'm sure I'll be counting on you in the days to come. Still, start trying not to rush things. You shouldn't have to jump to thinking you need to shoulder more than your fair share of responsibility. That's why you got your ass kicked in the school to begin with. Ouch. There's only so much burden that one person can bear. Do you really think I'm shouldering too much? Admittedly, those are Master Kafai's words and not mine, but they get across what I want to say well enough. And whether I think or not, this is a good chance for you to get some well-earned rest. I want you to make the most of it, alright? Sure, thanks, Dad. There's still someone I can talk to in the mansion. I think that's his mom. Wow, that smells delicious. Wait a sec, is that pheasant stew? Hey, your very favorite. Your father said he wanted you to have a nourishing dinner, so he went and caught one himself. Really? I'll be sure to thank him later. Speaking of food, you've got a lot going on here. It smells amazing. Well, the circumstances may not be ideal, but it's been too long since we last dined together as a family. Ever since Her Highness arrived, it's been so lively that I feel like I've gained a second daughter. Times like these are when a mother has to put her best foot forward, don't you think? You really are a perfect mother. Even in times like these, you're right here, ready to warmly welcome us home with open arms. I can't see that ever changing. If only I were half as good a son as you are a mom. Mom, is something wrong? That's not true at all. When I had no idea what was going on with you or your sister, I worried myself sick. At times it felt as though my chest was going to burst from it all. Believing that you two would come back to me safely was the key to keeping myself together. That in mind, I could focus instead on getting this house ready to welcome you both home. Mom, whatever doubts you may have about your place in this family, as long as you're here in this house, you're a son. If you're ever feeling down or afraid, you can always find comfort in my arms. And then, once you found the strength to keep going, you can pick things up back up right where you left them. Thanks, Mom. I actually feel a lot better now. Well, look forward to dinner tonight. And make sure you work up a good appetite for it, alright? No worries there. Alright. Elise and Celine at the foot bath. I almost call her Elisa. Whoops.
Oh, here you are, Elise. I wasn't expecting to find the two of you together.
I really hope that there's no penalty in this game for forgetting to give milk to Celine in the first game.
Well, it's quite cold outside, so I thought I'd come and give Celine some warm milk. I keep telling her that she doesn't need to go out of her way for me, but she won't listen. The steam here is plenty to keep me warm. Oh no, that wouldn't do at all. You saved my brother's life. At least allow me to try and make your stay here in Ymir a comfortable one.
Celine saved my life? And when exactly did this happen?
I told her nothing of the sort. I keep trying to tell her it's not true, but she won't believe a word I say.
Huh?
Is something the matter?
Nope, not a thing.
I'd really rather you didn't act like I saved his life, though. Besides, if anything, I should be the one who owes you. What do you mean? Nothing. Forget I said anything. The milk's cooled down a little now, so I'm going to have some. Thank you.
Thinking back on it, didn't Elise later say she spotted a cat when she went into the old schoolhouse?
So so is Rean gonna figure out that Celine lured her there? Yeah, that's gonna put a damper on their relationship.
Better not have been who I think it is.
Shave her bald.
Don't give me that look. I wouldn't have let her in there if I didn't think it was safe, you know? I was desperate. You just had such a half-hearted reaction to that door, so I started getting impatient and...
I can't believe you! She could have...
You're going into that pheasant stew.
She wasn't in any danger, honestly. The Guardian in there was designed not to attack people unrelated to the trial.
Crow would beg to differ. Crow got zapped so many times during that battle.
It didn't touch her even when she was right in front of it, right? That's proof enough.
What about Crow?
I'm sorry, okay?
Come on.
I never should have done it to begin with. Emma's lectured me over and over about it, too.
You're sorry? You...
I'm not sure why you're whispering to one another, but regardless, I want you to know how much I appreciate what you did. Like I said before, I want to make your stay a comfortable one. Whatever you need, please don't hesitate to ask. It's okay, really. And, sorry. Why are you sorry?
Well, she does genuinely seem to regret what she did. And at least didn't come to any harm. I guess I'll let her off this time. I really do have one amazing little sister. Compared to her,
You now view a character tab in your notebook. Naturally, this section allows you to view details on various people you meet throughout the story. As you view specific events and get to know someone on a more personal level, the information you've learned will be added to their section of the notebook. I really hope they can get me back to level 70-ish as soon as possible. Oh, we don't get any of the old entries. I guess that makes it so that I don't have to kick myself too much for missing book pages back then. Yeah. Next up, need to go to Toval. Really wish I could teleport there. I'm cleaning up the plates. Grandpa asked me to. Morning, Kiki. Everything's still the same here in the tavern? Yep, sure is. Morris tried to give up drinking. He didn't even last a week. He's a failure of a man. I'm glad to see she's doing well. Her tongue's sure gotten sharper. It was sharp enough before. Well, hey there, if it ain't Rean. Glad to have you back home. You all better now? Yeah, I'm fine now. I must have just been exhausted. I think everything's fine with you too? I see your habit of spending the day drinking is still intact at least. Haha, I'm just having a few drinks to celebrate your return home, that's all. Besides, not a whole lot of work for a woodcutter like me to do in the middle of winter. I'm always here if you need me to make you anything though. Might not be as good a carpenter as Gizmo, but I'm close. Thanks, I'll let you know if I ever need anything. You're finally up, Rean? Good to see. Between going missing for a month and ending up on the Alliance's wanted list, you had us worried, young man. I'm sorry about that, I feel awful. No, don't be. We're just glad you're alright. Here, take a couple of these from me. You can enjoy them with Elise later. Fluffy pancake. Huh, thank you. It feels like it's been forever since I last had a chance to enjoy your cooking. Good, good. He may not look the type, but I'm always amazed by how well he makes the stuff. Remember when he used to give Elise and me sweet things all the time after we came home from Sunday school? Good times. I don't want... Yeah, this will actually... I should not spend any money here. I'm too poor to even afford this food because Crow somehow stole all my money. Oh man, the Bank of Rean is going to charge him so much interest for that. If we ever get the chance to beat him. Alright. That's some decent healing, I guess. Move plus 50. Toval, lend me some of your ornaments.
Save it. I'm just glad
Lend me some of your quartz. You come.
Princess Alphen and that sister of yours are the ones you should be talking to. You were on their minds this whole time.
Yeah, I can tell. I really do appreciate you coming for me, though. I was pretty far out from town, so I didn't think anyone would find me. Just goes to show what bracers can do, I guess.
About that. I wasn't actually the one who found you.
Huh?
You weren't?
2 days ago, I got a call out of nowhere on my Arcus. They gave me this crazy amount of detail on exactly where to find you, then they just hung up. Didn't even say who they were.
Uh-oh, that's mysterious.
I figured it couldn't hurt to go take a look. And sure enough, there you were.
Why didn't that person rescue me themselves then?
That's strange. I wonder who it was.
Wish I could tell you. I couldn't even recognize their voice. Nah, that's not really true. It was kind of familiar. Maybe. Whatever. No use dwelling on it. Right now we've got bigger problems to tackle than mystery callers. There's the war for starters.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Have you and the rest of the guild been doing much?
Well, we've been trying. We're pretty limited on what we can do, partly because we've all been split up since the war broke out. I don't even know if any of the others in Erebonia are okay, Sarah included.
It sounds like things have gotten even more serious since I was away.
Sure has. Not even regular civilians have been able to escape being affected by it. As it stands, the Noble Alliance has the overwhelming advantage.
They're going way too far just to hold onto their power. Seriously, given their money, wouldn't they have a lot of power in politics even with the reforms? You know, they could just lobby politicians and stuff even with the reforms. So at least that's... well, I guess that would still make things slightly harder for them. The whole lobbying part would just be a backup plan to them that they'd rather not take if they can help it.
But the Imperial Army showing no signs of surrendering to them, particularly in a few regions across the country.
I see.
Oh, and another thing you might hear. We've been getting reports of a few Jaeger corps taking part in the war too. Even members of Ouroboros.
Yeah, they're on the noble side. Which is strange because they were helping Osborne in the third.
Ouroboros.
And the second in the
Society?
the SC in the third, yeah.
That's the one. Jaeger's being employed here in Erebonia is nothing new, but there's way more of them here these days.
Yeah, if you accept help from Ouroboros, you also have to consider that they might throw you under the bus for your enemy if they think it's more profitable for them.
As for Ouroboros, they're probably just trying to stir up trouble of their own. It's what they do best. Then there's the fact that Erebonia isn't the only place with problems right now. Crossbell's full of them too. There's so much to freak out about these days, it can drive you insane. Sorry, you've got enough on your plate without me dumping all this on you, huh? Try saving all those bad thoughts you got piling up for another day, okay? You need to focus on relaxing. You can decide what you want to do after that.
Sure. Thanks, Toval. You're probably right. You're just a fountain of good advice, huh?
I've just got a few years worth of life experience on you, that's all. Oh, and while I'm giving you good advice, why not take a dip in the hot springs? Could be a nice way to clear your head.
It probably would. Hasn't let me down before. Maybe I should pay a visit to the Phoenix Wings later.
Alright. Get out of here. Ah. This is the place. Phoenix Wing storehouse. There are various kinds of equipment inside. Indoor bathhouse. Good day and welcome to Phoenix. Wait, Rean? What are you doing up already? I was gonna come and look in on you. You're butt back in bed. You think me being up would be something to be very happy about? Well, it's nice to know how much you care in any case. Oh, come on, I mean, after all the training you did at Master Kapai, I figured it'd take more than that to kill you. Then you go and train in an academy in the city. Why couldn't I go too? I've never even had a chance to leave this village. Are you talking to me or at me? You're even younger than me. It's not fair. You could have at least brought me a souvenir or 5 back. Well, Crow either destroyed them or stole them from me, so that's not happening. It's like I never left home. Seriously, how did he do this? Why did he do this? Master Rean, you finally awakened. I'm so very relieved to see it. I was terribly worried about you. Thanks for your concern, Mr. Baggins. Although I prefer if you didn't call me Master Rean all the time. Perhaps so, but you'll always be Master Rean to me. A lot has happened since the war began. This inn was graciously granted to us by the Imperial family. We can't allow anything to dampen our spirits. You know as well as anyone the value of these walls. Please do come by whenever you're in need of relaxation. Of course. Hello, generic cook. Oh, it's you, Rean. Your color's not looking half bad. If you're looking any worse, I was gonna have you drink some of this new vegetable juice I've been concocting. I'm perfectly fine without, thank you. How many new recipes have you made since I've been away? My creativity is infinite, Rean. I'm always striving to make the finest dishes in the land. You were brushing up on your own cooking skills at the academy, weren't you? I completed the compendium back then. Yeah, my classmates and I were cooking for ourselves at one point. Wait a sec, where'd my recipe book go? Did you lose it? I guess so. Yeah, somehow Crow just destroyed my recipe book too. Seriously, why did he do that to me? He knows I'm using those recipes to cheese my way through the game, so he figured, oh, I gotta make sure Rean doesn't go into the next game OP. Seriously, how did he do that? I was inside the cockpit too. He couldn't have just destroyed it from outside, right? Seriously, what do you... How, man? I had all kinds of different recipes written down too. Well, you went out of your way to come see me, so I suppose this is the least I can do. Seriously, I feel like... I feel like someone who just lost their save file and is starting over from level 1. Like, I know I had all this stuff before and now I don't have it. It feels horrible, man. This is why I'm so reluctant to start new games over new game pluses. It's gonna be really painful if I ever try to do a new game run of Nocturne Rebirth. No, I don't get any of my pimp gear in there either. Yeah. Recipe? Is this a new recipe book? It's a spare I had lying around, so go ahead and use it. I know how much it hurts to start from scratch again, so I threw in a recipe to try. Here's some ingredients too. If you know how much it hurts, Falcom, don't do it! Don't do this to us! Just come up with more recipes or something. Balance the game to go on a little longer or something. I don't know. This is what Elise often used to bring to me while I was training. Are you sure it's okay for me to just take these? Absolutely, I'm happy to see you came to understand the joys of cooking while you were at the academy. Besides, taking the time to enjoy cooking should help lift your spirits somewhat. Simple recipe, so why not go and make it with your family? Thank you very much then. Now will be the recipe tab. Alright, there's gonna be people who are good and bad at it, as usual. Attack dishes and peculiar dishes. Really hope there's a way I can make a profit on it, because I am dirt poor right now. The Bank of Rean is gonna have the revenge on you someday, Crow. After we gather up enough items to become super OP again, you will feel our wrath. Yes. I'm gonna take so much interest. Your descendants 1,000 years from now will still be paying it off. Okay. Now I have to go to Septian Chapel to talk to Princess Alphin. This footbath sure brings back memories. As tempting as taking a dip sounds, I should probably save it for some other time. Storehouse. Maybe I should check out that random house over there too. Oh my, if this isn't Rean, I didn't know you were up and about. You're not hurt or anything, are you? Come here, sweetie. Let me get a better look at you. I'm alright, honestly. Father Bernard already looked at me and he said I'm fine. Oh really? Oh, I suppose he says so. You and Luke always used to come home covered in bruises after playing out in the snow. Can't be too careful. Nothing dangerous has happened since you left, at least. I guess living in a remote mountain village has its advantages. Then again, there's no shortage of surprises. First Her Highness comes to stay, and now we have that talking cat. Sometimes it feels like the war has nothing to do with us. With everything that's happening and you getting involved, it suddenly feels a lot more personal. Maybe you're right. Although I can't help but feel that things would have been more peaceful if I hadn't come back. Master Rean, I'm overjoyed to see that you are well. You don't have any lingering symptoms, do you? Headaches? Fevers? Fine, honestly. If anything, I feel like I want to be out and about after sleeping for so long. Is that so? I'm pleased to hear that. Still, make sure you're eating well enough to regain your strength. Luckily, the fall harvest has been excellent this year. I'll be sure to deliver plenty more of the mountain's blessings to the mansion for you to enjoy. Thank you, I can't wait. We now go to the church. It's good to see you again, Lisa. Oh, Rean, it's good to see you too. I was so worried about you after hearing that you vanished over in Trista. You and Luke have always been like little brothers to me. Little brothers who are going to make me go prematurely gray. Sorry, don't you think I might be a little too old to be a little brother though? Hey, age has nothing to do with it. I still have plenty I want to ask you, but I can wait another time. Right now I'm happy to have you back. Please take a chance to rest and recover from all you've been through. She really is the epitome of a perfect older sister. Kindness can be and always looking out for everyone. It's funny how nostalgic it feels to have her caring for me like this. It wasn't that long ago I was last here. Oh shit, I forgot to buy books. Be right back. I have barely enough to cover the cost of those books, I think. Yeah. Give me. Everything is too expensive in this game, seriously. I'm just gonna spend like years just trying to grind for money. That's by the time I get to actually finish this for real, I'll probably have the first run up videos uploaded by now.
She's praying so intently. Thinking about it, she must be even more distressed right now than I am.
Yeah, her family's been kidnapped.
Why, hello, Rean! You're looking rather well today. Much better than you were yesterday, at any rate.
I feel loads better, actually. Thanks. How about you? Are you managing all right here? I'm guessing life in a tiny village like this is harder than you're used to. If there's anything I can do to make things easier for you, though, don't hesitate to let me know.
Oh, not at all. I've been simply loving my stay here. The scenery is stunning. The hot springs are oh so soothing. To say nothing of your mother's spectacular cooking. I'm having the time of my life here. I almost envy Elise for growing up in such a wonderful place.
I'm happy to hear you say that. Still.
On top of all that, I was able to reunite with you here. Oh, and meet a mysterious talking cat, too. Not everyone gets to do that now, do they? I still haven't had the pleasure of meeting that Ashen Knight of yours, however. Perhaps I might have the chance once he wakes up? I suppose I can dream.
Well...
Head pats.
I realize I'm the last person who has any right to say this, but there's no need to force yourself to bottle everything up and put on a brave face. I know how worried I am about my classmates, so I can only imagine how you must feel.
I'm so sorry. I'm supposed to be royalty. I shouldn't be getting all worked up about something like this, but just thinking of what my family must be going through is just too much to bear. Cedric and we had a fight on the morning it all happened. I was planning to make up with him that evening, but
I'm sure he won't hold that against you. You'll be able to make up with him next time you see him. I'm sure that'll be sooner than you think, too. In the meantime, there's no need to force yourself to seem like being apart from them isn't bothering you. Royalty or not, no one would blame you for being worried or upset. And every single one of us here wants to do what we can to help you.
you. I'm fine now. I hope I don't sound ungrateful, but I think you should be spending more time with Elise rather than me. This is your first chance in a while to spend some quality time together. I'd hate to take that away from her.
Why? I mean, it's true that she's a little more dependent on me than you'd expect for a girl her age. But that doesn't mean she needs me hovering around her all the time.
So oblivious.
Again, she did seem more shaken up than usual. Maybe you're right. I should try and cheer her up while I still can.
That's not exactly what I meant. Oh, this is so difficult on a fair maiden's heart, I hope you know. You're just making me wish you were my brother all the more.
Huh?
Why?
Okay. The father's not in right now. Oh. Oh, here. They're talking. For your kind enough to receiving last night, Father. I just wanted to come thank you for that. Think nothing of it, Rean. Always do my best to aid you however I can. You'll always be a pupil of mine, after all. I'm simply relieved to see you're still well. A lot seems to have happened to you in these past 2 months. Yeah, you could say that. You really helped me in more ways than I can count. Helping me to study for exams, giving advice when I needed it. Sometimes I feel like I'm relying on him too much, but he's so smart and helpful that I end up doing it anyway. You can see that you're quite the lost lamb at the moment, Rean. But hurrying to find a way forward is not the best course of action. First, you should reflect on yourself and your surroundings. Yes, Father, he's probably right. I need to take this chance to cool my head and think about it. Alright, and now I have to go to Phoenix Wings. Not that way, this way. Talk to the receptionist. Oh, Master Rean, may I help you? Actually, I'd like to use the springs. Are you open by any chance? Well, yes, of course. As it so happens, cleaning was only finished not too long ago. You can have any or even all of them to yourself if you so wish. That sounds wonderful. I might just take you up on your offer. Feels like it's been ages since I had a chance to enjoy them. The entrance is to the right. Enjoy, Master Rean. Should I go in the baths now? Maybe I should go around let everyone know I'm okay first. They've been all so worried. I already talked to everyone I could, I think. Pretty much. At least all the important people. But just in case, I'll save. Just in case. Alright, back in. Go inside. Well, they were just cleaned. A nice warm soak while enjoying the scenery sounds like just the thing I need right now.
Can't beat an outdoor hot spring. Feels like all the fatigue that's been building up inside me is melting away. I don't think I realized just how exhausted I was until I came in here. Still, what am I supposed to do now? Chancellor Osborne's been shot, the capital's been occupied, and now even Trista and the Academy are under the Noble Alliance's control. Then there's Crow. I was practically a joke. I didn't stand a chance against him. Even borrowing the power of something like a divine knight wasn't enough to fight him on equal terms. Far from it. It was hopeless from the start. I didn't realize before, but he was holding back against me the whole time. Even without that trump card of his, he could have defeated me effortlessly. And yet there was me, all happy, thinking that I'd won. Right before he knocked me back with a single blow.
That's that's like at least 10% of the boss battles in this entire series.
If only I wasn't so weak. If only I'd been able to hold my ground. maybe things would have been different.
Yeah, the enemy always goes easy on you just to give you that false hope.
Instead, I ended up running away and leaving everyone else behind.
A game full of despair.
There's no point in blaming how things ended on Celine or Valimar. None of this is their fault. This is all on me.
Oh man. Remember playing Alpha Kamori, a somewhat mediocre RPG Maker game? I remember there was this one girl you could... there was this one-on-one boss you could... that you could win, but it'll always show you getting one shot in the following cutscene. Really sucks. It's like, why even give them hit points? It might as well be called halfway there points or haha you suck points. Yeah.
Because of that,
that's what hit points really mean in this game.
I finally found a place where I felt I belonged and people to share it with, and I lost it all.
Haha, you'll never beat me points. Yeah.
I thought my life was finally gaining some direction, but now I feel totally lost again.
That's how Kiseki games always are. You spend the game thinking you've made so much growth as a character, only for you to get beaten down, lose everything.
Rean?
Realize you weren't
Sorry
really
for
in as
bothering
control of
you.
the situation as you thought you were in.
Elise, did you want to use the springs too?
I heard you were here, so I thought that perhaps I could come and join you.
I mean, I know we used to come in here together when we were kids, but we're a little old for that now, don't you think? I'm not so sure it's the best idea.
Please, we're siblings. There's no need to feel so self-conscious. And you must be exhausted after all that's happened. So I thought the least I could do was come and wash your back for you.
I am sure someone's written a hentai doujin of this scene. Someone out there, or I mean true one. True one wrote it, yeah.
The water's nice and toasty,
It'll
huh?
probably end with Alphen walking in on them as they're doing something 18 plus.
Truth be told, I haven't taken a dip here for some time. I'd
And,
forgotten how
and they both get
pleasant it was
embarrassed
to sit here
over
and
it or
admire
something.
the
Oh
snow.
no.
Yeah, same here. Bathing during the fall when the leaves are changing has its charms, but something about watching the snow really relaxes me. And it's plenty relaxing even without a bottle of sake in hand, despite what Master Kafai might tell you.
He's always been a heavy drinker. To say nothing of the fact that Father can never turn down the opportunity to help him finish a bottle or three whenever he visits.
I wonder if we'll ever be able to duel
I'm sorry.
Yunkafai.
You came out here because you were worried, didn't you?
Oh no, not at all. That wasn't why I came here at all. It's just that...
You're not the only one. It's like everyone I meet has to go out of their way for me. It's how things have been for my whole life. How everyone feels like they have to be around me.
What do you mean?
It happened the day Dad picked me up in that blizzard 12 years ago. It happened the day when I lost control and scared you 8 years ago. It happened the day Master Kafai cut short my years of training. It even happened only last month, when everyone risked their lives so that I, and I alone, could be saved.
That's not...
Looking back on my life, I've been too fortunate for my own good. All I've done is bask in the kindness of everyone I know, giving nothing worthwhile in return.
That's not true. You helped so many people during your field study, didn't you? And you helped your own classmates learn valuable life lessons. You helped do the impossible things like getting Machias and Eustace to form a combat link.
On the contrary, I've brought nothing but misfortune to them instead. Like I'm some kind of curse. I don't have the right to be treated kindly. I don't deserve to have others putting themselves out for me. Not when I seemingly can't do a thing to return that kindness, and am too weak to fight for them when they need it most. None of this should have ever happened. If I'd known it would, if I'd known things would ever become like this, then I'd never have gone to the academy to begin with.
Stop. Do you seriously mean all that you've just said? The right to be treated kindly? And who exactly decides who has that right, whatever that's supposed to be? I don't look out for you because I expect something in return or because I want you to defend me. Acts of kindness aren't debts to be repaid. I look out for you because I care about you, because you're important to me. And I'm sure that Mother, Father, Master Kafai, your classmates, and all of your other acquaintances feel the same. So please, from the bottom of my heart, please don't say that you don't have the right to be treated kindly. Of course you do. You just don't realize it. You care so much about the people who matter to you. So why can't you understand that those people care just as much about you? Think back to that day when you were separated from your classmates. What kind of expressions did they have when you parted from them?
They're full of smiles, even though they probably got their shit rocked.
They were smiling. They all believed that we'd see each other again. That no matter what happened along the way, we'd all be reunited. And that one day, we'd move forward together as a class again, just like we did before. Maybe there's nothing wrong with feeling lost and impatient from time to time. I believe in all of them, and if they see me as worthy of their trust, then I'd like to try and believe in myself too. We're classmates, and more than that, we're friends. So long as I keep moving forward, I'm sure that somewhere, someday, our paths will cross again.
I think so too, Rean.
Thanks, Elise. I feel like you gave me exactly what I needed to move forward.
You don't need to thank me. I didn't do anything. All I did was remind you of something you already knew. It was your time at the academy that gave you what you needed. I admit, I am a little envious of your classmates, though.
Still, I'm really thankful to have you in my life. I might not be the most dependable brother in the world, but I'd appreciate it if you kept looking out for me. And while it might be a ways away, I'll keep striving to be an older brother you can be proud of.
I'm always proud of you, you know? And of course I will. I see all's well that ends well.
Oh, she really did go in the bath too. And Celine's here.
Your Highness?
And you've brought Celine too.
Is it alright to bring Celine to the bath?
Hope you don't mind us barging in. Well, what brings you here? I heard that you were both here from Toval, so I thought I might come along and see how everything was going. Besides, how could I pass up a chance to help cheer up Rean? And oh, what a heartwarming sight I happened to stumble upon during my humble quest. Considering you were waiting for the perfect time to make your grand entrance, stumbling is a stretch.
You were waiting?
Were you listening in the whole time? Elise, have you ever known me to be so unladylike? But I see you've done a fine enough job for the both of us. Oh, the bond between siblings is truly a miraculous thing. Not only do you share an unwavering kinship, but you'll always have the tender embrace of skinship within reach. I'm so jealous.
I appreciate your concern, though. Still, Elise is one thing, but I'm not entirely comfortable sharing the springs with you, Your Highness.
Oh, come now, Rean. This is the bath. Ranks are stripped once our clothes are, as far as I'm concerned.
Uh,
That being said,
mixed
may I join
bathing, huh?
Elise in washing your back as well? This would make the perfect chance for us to finally strengthen our bond as honorary siblings. Wouldn't you agree?
Do other cultures outside of Japan have mixed bathing?
Your Highness, please! I'm sorry, okay?
Huh?
About, you know, things. I'm not exactly all that cognizant of human feelings and the like. Emma often points out as much. But thinking back, I have done some things that were probably quite insensitive in your eyes.
Look at you.
Huh?
Your hands are still wet, you know. You're getting her fur all
If
wet.
anything, I should be the one apologizing. I shouldn't have taken my frustrations out on you like that. Can you forgive me?
Forgive you? Why would I need to? Ugh, I really don't get you sometimes.
Huh?
What was that? That sounded like...
I know exactly what that was. It's that magic knight we ran into on the way down the mountain.
It's still alive?
I had a feeling Toval's art wasn't enough to finish it off. But the fact it's still active isn't the only problem.
It's really close to town, isn't it?
It sounds like it's coming this way.
Oh no. You're certain then? This magic knight something or other is coming here? I'm certain. I can sense its mana moving toward us. It's still a fair distance away for now, but it's getting closer by the minute. It's coming from the direction of the valley behind the village. Well, I thought I finished it off, but I should have made sure. I didn't think anything could survive that fall, but if anything could, it'd be one of those things. No, you did what you could. You shouldn't blame yourself. Still, why would it be coming here? My guess is because you're here. Or more specifically, because the Ashen Awakener is here. It's after Rean? So these magic knights may have some connection with the divine knights? Well, that makes this easy. If it's after me, then I should be the one to go out and stop it. But you'd be putting yourself in danger. I'll be fine, and I won't let it get anywhere near the village. In a way, I have to. If I can't do this, what hope do I have of getting Class 7 back together again? Well, it sounds like your mind's made up. And you appear to have recovered enough in my eyes. Alright then, I have no objections. We'll have all of the villagers ready to evacuate as a precaution. Take care, Rean. Thanks, Mom, Dad. Let me come with you. I doubt I could compare to Sarah, but ain't too shabby in a fight. Really? Thank you. I'd feel a lot better having you around, honestly. So, Total, Celine, you guys almost ready to head out? Actually, if you don't mind, Rean, I would like to come with you. You would? Elise? This is not an opponent to be taken lightly, a fact I'm sure you're well aware of. I fully understand the dangers this will entail. Combat etiquette is imperative to calling oneself a noble, and I'm familiar with the sword style of the Schwarzer family. You've trained me yourself, Rean. Wait a minute, so he knows another sword style? Well, that's true, but... You're certain this is what you want to do, Elise? Yes, I am. My brother has chosen this path, and as his sister, I feel I have a duty to support him. So, if he has both if only he could... So, maybe some of his current crafts are combinations of the Schwarzer style and... and 8 leaves, maybe? Who knows? No, not only as a sister, as a daughter of House Schwarzer, I have every intention of doing whatever is within my power. My, how you've grown. Indeed, as your father, I couldn't be more proud. Take her with you, Rean. I have plenty of faith in her abilities as a swordsman, but I also think she would keep you from doing anything too rash. Dad, come on. I don't think you've got anything to worry about. She's stronger than you're giving her credit for. Like your dad said, she knows her way around the sword, and she's pretty good at using her Arcus, too. She has Arcus now? She saved me and Her Highness from more than a few tough spots on her way here even. See, that she did. I'm sure she'll be capable of even more with her beloved brother at her side. But still, hold on, since when has Elise had an Arcus? Huh, oh, left a fun detail out when catching you up, didn't I? Prince Oliver gave me a couple of spares, actually. I had a hunch these two would have a knack for them with a bit of practice, so I showed them the ropes on the way. Gape. I know you're against her coming with us, so we really don't have much time here. And it's pretty clear that nothing you say is going to change your mind, so I think it's time you gave up and we got going. Arg. Fine, you can come too, Elise. But don't even think of doing anything that will put you any further in harm's way than you need to be. Promise, okay? I promise. Alright, let's start getting ready then. If I ever need anything to do anything last minute, get it done now. After that, we'll make our way for Ymir's back entrance. Tobo and Elise join the party. Now customize the battle order of your party members. Yes, formation matters indeed. Wait, she's only level 37? And Tobo is pretty high leveled himself. Not as high as when I left from back then at the end of the first game though. That's strange. I probably would have been level 1,000,000. Maybe he's holding back so that I can catch up. Recovery items and food. Yeah, the food is more economical in terms of cost, huh? Status. She actually does have an S break. Wait a minute. As her Flame Slash is only SS+, I could have sworn it was higher than that back then. What's going on? Dang it, he really did get nerfed in every way possible. That really sucks. Everything on him got nerfed. Everything. How, man? So, yeah, even his Motivate got nerfed. That sucks. Arg. How could this happen? How? Why? She gets Rebellion Storm magic on all. She has really high ATS for her level though. Not as high as Tobo. Tobo also seems to be a caster type. Even though he's 5 levels higher than me, his attack is somewhat lower. Double strike, 2 rapid strikes of seal movement, using blow balance down. So it makes me more likely to unbalance them later. That's actually pretty useful. Sphere break is magic. Special field of seal's arts cannot unbalance. Oh, they actually tell me which cannot unbalance now. That's pretty cool. Everything can unbalance unless stated otherwise, and S-Crest cannot unbalance, of course. She gets Thrust and Slash. He gets everything except Slash. Holy Squall. Healing. Heal 60% no matter what, huh? Ailments and stat downs. That actually sounds pretty useful. She also gets a bit of a delay. A tight craft. Seriously, Rean, you got nerfed so bad. And what do you have? Luminous Ray Fellas. Wait, I can't remove any of her... Can I give her my tier? Can't... Oh, he has Analyze. That's good. I was afraid he didn't. I was afraid that we'd have to rely entirely on... So what exactly... He has Smash Rod, a Stun Rod. That's an interesting weapon.
I'm up.
Salty Onigiri.
Shall we begin then?
gets tricolor onigiri. Is that any good? Can I actually make a profit off that? I need to check. There's a shop here. Oh, she moved her angler shop over here. Is your stock back yet? No. No. Okay, so what's the ingredient list is coarse rock salt and assorted grains. 100 plus 20, that's 120. And how much does sulfur 150? That should actually be pretty good, I guess. That's actually a slight profit. It's very small, but better than nothing. I should use this to I should take advantage of this for sure. Alright, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe.